Hello everyone and welcome to The Big Game. I'm your host Dylan Domangue alongside the one and only John Sartori. And on today's show we'll take a look at how the Southeastern soccer team is doing in their last two matchups.
The Southeastern Lions have placed themselves back in the Southland Conference Championship race after defeating Houston Baptist this past weekend 52-13. The size, the strength, the length, and the presence in the paint really showcased for the Bucks as they scored 42 points in the third quarter to propel them for the win. They can get on the app Task Force, click their location, and it'll send their spot to the nearest officer so they can find them within minutes. Nichols comes in with a strong offensive force. Chase 4K, the senior quarterback. Julian Gums, the sophomore running back. Tell me about the obstacles that they present for your defense.
John, we're going to go to soccer here with you. You had the chance to interview Coach McBride earlier this week, and a big problem with them is they cannot score this year at all.
Southeastern came into this game as a 31-point underdog, and at no point did they show signs of giving in to Ole Miss. Well, Southeastern hasn't had a lot of momentum all year, kind of not in the spot that they thought they were going to be heading into this game. 7-12 on the season, but the mindset, if you're going to try to keep any positives in this, is that you can't go back to 500 in one game. So no matter if you're watching the game from behind home plate, or you're sitting in the newly renovated third base bleachers catching foul balls, or even enjoying the views from on top of the parking garage, no matter where you are, you're going to want to come out to Hammond this year to watch what should be another successful season for Southeastern baseball.
The college football world is evolving with how big the transfer portal has become. You are seeing players like Kelly Bryant and Justin Fields losing their jobs at their original schools and transferring out just to get the chance to play. I think Houston's quarterback, though, D'Eriq King, may really change the game with his recent decision.
What's up, everyone? Dylan Domangue alongside Coach Matt Reiser. And Coach, we got 180 feet to go and a lot of questions for you. You ready?
I love it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go. So you're entering your 7th season now as the head baseball coach of Southeastern. What has your experience been like here so far? I clearly am not cut up for this level of dance. These high schoolers came here to learn today. And under 30 minutes, they learned an entire African-American dance that they have never learned before today. Chauvin's phenomenal career at Fontainebleau led her to getting the opportunity to play right here for the Lady Lions, in which she continued to improve while getting more playing time each year for the green and gold. Out of the 32 schools that are in the parish, only one of them has that A rating. So that means the other 31 are looking to improve. Ladies and gentlemen, and that small group of Pelican fans that are left, I think I found the next great player for New Orleans, and his name is not Zion Williamson. He is an ex-Greek freak, just he's from Japan. Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0 as a starting quarterback when Drew Brees went out with a thumb injury. Latavius Murray has now had consecutive 100-yard rushing games with the loss of Alvin Kamara. And even Taysom Hill had a receiving touchdown today with Traquan Smith and Jared Cook both out. In April, the Mandeville City Council adopted an ordinance to decrease the mayor's salary. Mayor Donald Villery vetoed the ordinance, saying that the city council can only increase the mayor's compensation package. After the council decided to override his veto, Villery then sued each member. He argues that the city council's action violates the city charter.
I gave them full, disclosure and information on why I vetoed it and that type of thing, and they disregarded everything and overturned my veto. So the only thing I had to do then was to go to court.
The council's proposal reduces the mayor's salary by $30,000 to $94,000. Retirement benefits are affected as well. The reduction would apply only to future mayors and not interfere with Villery's present salary. However, Villery still pushes against the measure because he believes a pay decrease may keep quality candidates from running for mayor.
So people say, why are you worried about this? Well, there's, as the executive branch of government, I have the responsibility of enforcing the laws. The charter is a framework of government. It's the constitution of local government. And for someone to go against the charter, all right, somebody has to stand up and say, no, it's not right.
Meanwhile, the city council has decided to place this issue on the November 16th ballot, where voters can decide whether or not the city council can increase or decrease the mayor's salary. Lorraine Sika, a member of the city council, is asking voters to keep this in mind when casting their ballots.
Our interpretation is in the best interest of the city, that it's prudent for the council to be able to control the budget. That's our fundamental job. But because the mayor seems to interpret the charter different, we have placed the issue on the ballot for the people to decide.
Sika believes that this reduction would put Mandeville more in line with the city of Covington, where the mayor's salary there is $91,000. Both parties will continue to disagree about this charter until the voting is decided next month. Reporting for North Shore News, I'm Dylan Domangue. Coming into this matchup, it was feared that this would be a sleeper game against Northwestern State, as the Lions were ranked in the top 25 and the Demons were winless on the season. This fear became reality in the first half, as the lead changed 4 times and was tied at 17 at the half. Despite scoring on 3 of their 5 first-half possessions, Southeastern wasn't happy with their miscues and costly penalties, which prevented them from establishing any momentum in the first 2 quarters.
Well, I think there were so many things. We had 2 false starts. We had the roughing the quarterback. We had a late hit penalty, 2 personal fouls. We had a fumble. They faked a punt on us and got us. Everything that could go wrong in the first half went wrong.
What sparked the offense in the second half was the tandem of Chase and Virgil and Cole Kelly under center. Both quarterbacks combined for 400 yards of total offense and 3 touchdowns. The 2-quarterback system has been effective this year for the Lions, as Virgil remains the starter, but Kelly comes in situationally to keep opposing defenses on their heels.
Yeah, I would say like thunder and lightning, but I don't run enough to be lightning. So, man, I think just the chemistry that we have, and I think we just both understand our roles with the team, and we just both execute our roles really good.
With key offensive starters out with injuries, Southeastern was down to their 3rd-string running back in Teron Jones. Jones answered the call and had 100 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in the second half alone. The Lions defense also stepped up in a big way after losing their defensive leader in Mike Mason in the first half with a leg injury. Southeastern only gave up 10 points in the second half, and Coach Stelfo emphasized his team's effort for the entirety of the game.
And I think that's the whole thing is you're gonna beat us. You got to bring it for 60 minutes. You can't just bring it for 30 or even 45. You got to bring it for 60 minutes, and we're able to do that. We're geared towards that. Our whole mindset is playing for 60 minutes as hard and fast as we can, and if we do that, we got a chance to win in the end.
No Petit Frere, no Williams, no Cooper, and yet no problem tonight for the Southeastern offense. The team dropped 44 points against the Demons and are now 2-0 in conference play for the first time since 2015. The Lions next week will travel to McNeese to hopefully keep this hot streak going. Reporting for the big game, I'm Dylan Domangue.